Welcome back to Psychic Dashton, the Vampire Dancer.
Taurus.
You are so kindly. What is your astrology sign?
Taurus.
Thank you ever so kindly. Okay. So, one thing that you had a brother because you act like you seem like the only kid, or is what I said, and you said what? Pretty much.
Yeah, I have a brother.
Okay, do you know a guy named Corey, and he has blue eyes and he has like red hair? A guy named Corey.
I do, but not the red hair part.
Isn't that red hair? What color is his hair?
Blonde or brown. I know a few.
Like a strawberry blonde?
Yeah.
Is it curly? Has he got a goatee? I mean, yeah. He doesn't?
No.
Is he really young? He has blue eyes, like, I don't know. His name's Corey, and that's what he looks like. And I have no freaking clue. I don't know. Is that not his name?
No, that's not his name.
Oh, but somebody that you're picturing in your head?
No, I mean like someone I know a couple people like from school and stuff like that.
Okay. I don't know. I'm confused. I don't see anything, but whatever. Is he your older brother?
Yeah.
Do you have a little brother too, or a nephew?
Yeah, I got a bunch of nephews.
Oh, really? You got a nephew, and one of them has brown hair, but it's like a light brown hair color, kind of almost like, you know how when blondes get in the chlorine and it turns their hair kind of a green shade to it? Isn't his hair kind of like that? Like a brown color with a green shade to it? You know, like, because hair really is that color naturally. Some hair colors have that tint to it, like, it's weird. And that's what I'm seeing. And his hair's kind of long, and like in a shaggy but shortcut way. Like preppy looking, but still emo-ish, boring people with plain clothes. I don't know.
Yeah. Right.
And then that's just what I saw. And a guy, does he know a guy named Austin? Does he like to play football, like with a plastic white football? Or am I wrong?
When we were younger, yeah.
It was a plastic white football?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. And then he knew a guy named Austin. And his teeth are kind of buff but small. Like, not small, short. Like, they're buck teeth, but they're like, his mouth is small. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a small mouth but buck teeth. Like, and, y'all would run outside by a big giant, like wooden fence, and like the house was just one story and it was red, and all the houses almost looked the same height down that road. But y'all are in the backyard, you can almost see everybody's roof because it was so small. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's correct.
And that's what I'm seeing. That's just all right now for the flash. And then he would y'all would chase each other and play and all that stuff. That's fun. And he would kind of act mischievous or whatever. I don't know. But whatever. And he had like a gray shirt on with letters that were red, I think. He had shorts on that were like grayish color. I don't know. Is that true or false? And he had cleats on sometimes.
Yeah, that part's right.
White. They were white cleats and red shoelaces. That's true.
I believe so.
Hell yes. Okay, and so I might be good. Then there was a red car outside that place too. He'd get picked up by his mom, right? And his mom has black hair and she looks like a Chinese person. And she had black hair and short bangs, like her hair was up to here, and her bangs up to here. And she had a red car, like a really bright red car.
Probably his grandma.
Oh, that's super dumb. And he's kind of heavyweight.
Yeah.
So I'm right. When she would pick him up in a red car, she'd be coming this way, going the back. Like, if you face the backyard, going into your house, she'd come from the left side. So I'm right. So I'm actually getting something. Let me see if I got that recorded. work. This camera kind of I've messed up. Okay, as I explained to him, which I feel like a retard, it's like a film strip, and you just pull it out and you look at it from the front. Another the film strip. Blah blah. I thought that was a good explanation. It's better than what I used to come up with. I don't know at this time. So like, I guess it's like frozen in time, and there's like no such thing as time, but there is. I mean, there's memories to the past, and so without this wouldn't exist if the past didn't exist, or something like that, kind of whatever. I don't know. So the past, present, and future, like all together, so you can look at it and stuff. So it looks when you itches, how I don't know, if I can see things. Which would grandma always come over with cough drops? She'd always be chewing on cough drops or something like that. And she had a raspy sound voice or not?
No, she smoked a lot, so she's like.
Oh, so she did have a raspy voice, right?
Yeah, so she smoked a lot.
So she was constantly about her throat.
Oh yeah.
So she really needed to use cough drops. That's what I'm seeing. That's cool. Okay. Let's see. Does she know a guy named Dylan? I'm so confused. I don't know. Maybe Dylan's with you're not being friendly.
Maybe there was one kid.
Cool. And she'd pick up Dylan sometimes too, or something. I guess. And she had a brush in her car, and it was black, and it was oval and just small little brush. And she put it down by her in her door thingy. Is that true or false? You know. Who pays attention to that bullshit? And she had a blue umbrella for kids, like a tiny umbrella. I think. I don't know. Or maybe it was tiny when it's folded up, and it's like this ugly, bright Walmart blue colored umbrella. I don't know. I was just messing with her in her car, I guess. And then, see, it's just like little stupid things like that. I'm like, so I can hear something. When I'm looking at stupid things like that, I can start, more surroundings come and more things come. And in their whole story, like what they do with their day, like brushing their teeth or something. It's like just things that you do every day is in your story that someone to read. Because, like, what's the point of living if you don't gather the memory and people to read it and stuff? And even if you have Alzheimer's, you can still see somebody's film strip. Remember things that they couldn't with their body. That's nice. But, it's like a scavenger hunt for remembering something, and you can remember other people's memories and stuff just by sitting with them or, like, talk on the phone and computer and do whatever. Sometimes it works good like that. Especially when someone who is more still, like, you're all calm and shit, so, like, you're still and stuff, so I see better that way. Like, people who are more serious, like, more animals are more serious, I can see more things with them and pay attention to them better than you pay attention to me. And, like, more hyper people and hyper dogs are hard to, get a hold of in that world in your mind, because everyone's in your head. And it's weird. And just share the memories. It's this dream weaving kind of thing. It's really cool. That's how I can remember before I was born with my mother. Just by being around her at the time. And it just triggered it, and I could see what was going on. And I was a ball of light going into the peanut gland of the baby inside my mother. All kinds of stuff about my mom's life when she was like 12 and stuff. All the memories just like are in like the water. Like, everyone's inside this water. It's polluted with all kinds of colors and stuff, and you become the water, and like you become every color, whatever. Like the Pisces. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Remote viewing skills. That's what it's called. Okay. Did you have to work at a factory or not? You had to work in a factory.
Yeah.
You wore a hat and you wear something else on your ear all the time, and you'd have to work at a factory, some kind of factory, and you would have tools and stuff, and then you'd work on then you had like a weird computer, like it was like an old style, big old desktop computer looking thing. It was like big and bulky, and it's this small or something, but it's this fat, like a TV looking thing, and you would play on it, and it's a beige color or something, and then the screen would be blue. It's so old fashioned, like it would be like you're typing with white letters, Is that true? Like, that's just all it would look like. And you would have like this pencil that looked just like an eraser, like it's all colored the same with no ink. Maybe it would poke something on the computer. Is that true?
Um,
You would sign to it to me?
uh,
I don't know. It was like a really, really, really light green color, but it was a, white color. White, ivory, greenish tint to it. But it looked like baby white. I don't know. Is that true?
yeah, they always had markers here and stuff like that. There was like a bunch of markers and pins right
Yeah,
beside
like
it.
black markers for dry erase boards
Mhm.
and a red marker.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. And a green marker. And a blue marker. I'm seeing the colors, I guess. And it would be like the computer would be here, and there would be this desk surrounding you, and the bottom would be empty and tall. It would not be and maybe a drawer, and it would, and you'd stand behind it and stuff. And then there was lockers too in front of that over here for some reason. Like here's where you can see lockers. I'm not sure if I'm seeing two different things, like two different places all in one. Combination. Like lockers
yeah.
and a red jacket.
There was lockers in that place.
Oh, there was?
Yeah.
Cool. There's a red jacket there and a red hat. Did you ever wear that? It was like well, it was there somewhere for somebody. And then there was a girl that came in there sometimes. Yeah, I don't know. She was nice, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. What else is it? A teacher was a school teacher. Somebody well, maybe your nephew's grandma, whatever, was she a school teacher? Or did she tutor him and she wore glasses when she did that? Or what?
No, she wasn't a teacher.
Did she tutored him or something? It had something to do with that?
Her mom, his mom did.
Oh, his mom was a school teacher?
Well, she wasn't a school teacher, but she tutored him because she was in college.
Okay, does she look like her mom? His grandma? But skinnier?
No, because her mom's old. Like...
Okay.
Well, she probably does.
I had a younger version. And glasses on, that big ball cap glasses?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They're like big ball cap glasses with the little square in the middle of it. Like you could see it, like a 3D little square. That's what I'm seeing her wearing. And she'd wear like a blue hat sometimes. And a pencil on her ear. I don't know. I think I'm seeing his room too. Like, you walk in, and his bed is on the right side in the middle of the room. And there's a window that you can sit on. Like a sit-in window, sort of. With no curtains. And it's, like, just... You can see right through the window with no blinds or anything. Is that true or false?
And
And
you can sit on it, but you can't see through it. There's blinds on it.
Okay. You can sit on it. Okay, that's cool. And the walls were like this yellowish mustard color. Kind of.
they used to be at one point.
Really mustardish beige. I'm seeing this like when you walk in, you see it. And when you walk in, there's a wall that pops out of the entryway kind of thing. It's not like just flat everywhere. This kind of pops out a little bit in the front of the door. Maybe there's a closet on the left, but there's no door there. Maybe there's a pop-out closet, and the closet door is in front of it. Is that what it is? Like, here's the door when you walk in, and then there's a wall, and then behind that on the left is like either an area or a closet.
Yeah.
I think it's a closet. And that's what I'm saying, yeah. And then when you walk in on the right is the bed, and he had a gray colored bed sheet cover, I think. He had twin beds there at first, and then he became one full-size bed, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm seeing. Okay. And, he liked to arm wrestle, right? He liked to arm wrestle?
Yeah.
He liked to play baseball and watch baseball and think he's so cool, right?
Yep.
And he wanted his baseball to be signed by somebody he was talking to you about. He's like, I'm going to get this sign here. He acts like he wants to be a gangster. He's like, I'm going to get my baseball signed here by somebody who's famous or whatever. It's like, he acts like this, you know?
I think so.
Like at that time. And he has a baseball uniform, right? It's gray and red stripes. And then he has like this navy blue hat with a red cat, right? For his uniform. For real? Groovy nice. Yeah, it's so cool. And the dentist was gonna give him braces, and then he had to get them taken off because of some reason. Right? It didn't work. I think it was hurting his. Like, his mouth is so small that his teeth were meant to be bucked because mine is too, and they tried to put me in with a retainer. And the top tooth would be hitting the bottom tooth because it was like, that's dumb. It should be popped out and be freaking buck and leave it alone. I like my teeth anyways. That's what happened to him, I think. I don't know. Maybe, you don't know. Okay.
Sorry,
Okay. Girlfriend named Samantha, or you used to, like you said. I mean, you didn't say that. I said this first, and then you said whatever you said. What'd you say? You used to a long time ago. That's what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you think you count by it though. But okay, but it works. And let's see. So I go back and forth, past, present, future, whatever. It's good to do the past, and because you never know what the future is unless the future self of you would tell me something about your past, and it's still affecting your future. You know what I mean? Like my motherfucking ex-girlfriend, she's a Libra, Capricorn rising, man, Cancer. She told me that like, I mean, her spirit told me that she still, her future self told me, she's Libra. I can see the future. Her future self told me she still had a Charlie horse in her leg, on her left leg, and that her right wrist was still broken. And I did not know her right wrist was broken. I didn't know she had a Charlie horse. I did not know any of this. And I told her all this shit. And bam, I looked at her wrist, and her wrist, she showed me with it, bone was popping out. And she said she does have a Charlie horse. And her voice changed deeper. And she told me that everyone in her family, all the girls, their voice changes deeper. Bitch, true. And then, because she has like a high pitched squeaky voice in school, and the church can have like lower. So cool. And that's kind of shit I can see. Really cool stuff. Like, it can go so far in the joint, and it goes. Sometimes I feel like I'm doing it, and sometimes I feel like something, it's doing itself, and I'm just doing the picking up on being an observing part. That's all it is. Observing and focus and discipline. And you stay in focus in the little realm, and you see all this shit. It's like we're giants and we're small and big, where there's no space, no time. In the energy, I guess, and so for some reason we take form from being alive or something, and we still look like that sometimes, I guess, and that's all you have, like everything you ever wear. I don't know if they have any new clothes there. I think it's just you take everything that you've ever worn with you. So your riches are really gonna go with you. No telling if you can have dolls and stuffed animals there, because I think you can. I don't want to. I don't know. Something that's weird like that. It's just interesting. I mean, if we're gonna exist forever after we exist after this, there better be something fucking better than the body. Even though the body, I think, is much better, because you can be in between and you can both. The body is like the best thing in the whole fucking world. So I think being in a body is you're having your hell, because that's where you live. It's your temple. And then when you're out of it, you're still a soul. But I don't know. What do you think? Did you think about that yet? I mean, right? You think you're gonna be able to talk when you're dead, or you don't have a mouth? Anyways, that's a conversation to the second readings. I don't know. What do you think?
Probably can't talk.
Probably
just have to manipulate shit to make noise for you.
I know, like, the spirit was in this house for real, and I said, move a pencil for me, on camera for me, and she says, we can't do that at this time. And she was with this dude who lives over here's nephew, his niece, that he gave his kidney to her to live an extra year, and that's it. She lived half a year and she died with his kidney. And she was a Virgo, and she was like a midget little girl, and she was actually a hermaphrodite, and all this stuff. Just, she was in spirit, and but his sister was in spirit that I used to talk to. She's a Taurus. She's a Taurus. The spirit that was in here, and the Virgo was too. But I was way more interested in listening to what the Taurus had to say. And I was talking about how Mars and Taurus is they don't really like to get mad because they don't want to limit the pleasure in life because people around them could do they want to make peace with them and it takes them a lot to get mad. They might be mad, but they're not gonna they're still gonna be stable and they're not gonna go like everybody else is a freak. But they're not like an Aries either. I mean, of course, whatever. But if you nitpick up, then they will scold you, and then they're really mad. They show you they're really powerful, and you shouldn't mess with them. Right? Like they're really like you shouldn't have fucking did that because you don't want to see them be mad and a bitch, because they're really mean. And like every sign is mean in their own way. But okay, yeah. But we'll just see what your moon sign is, your 8th house, your Jupiter, your psychic indicators and all that good stuff, and why you're readable for right now, in this moment. I would like to look at those charts and just see if it relates to you and just do my own analysis. Doesn't mean I'm correct, because astrology is not psychic. Being psychic is psychic. Astrology is pretty much just so it's true, and even spirits are talking about astrology signs, so it's relevant, because I hear spirits too. But I've been to get a hold of one to see if or someone in your life that was dead, and I can just see her inside you, or him, or whatever. Just everyone's inside of all of us. That's where Jesus comes from. Sort of. I don't know. Jesus. I don't know. It's different. I've seen Jesus in my life too. Sounds crazy, right? But I did this for so many days of the year, and I was with all our friends that we know. They wasn't doing it when I was doing it. I was just doing this. No one else wanted to sit around and do it. Like, they just try to figure it out or want to care about doing it, and maybe they'll do it like I'm doing it, and then eventually you can see Jesus. Eventually, that's the only way. And did not even know that you could see Jesus. I did not know that at all, but you can, and he's like way supernatural spirit aura, and I mean, it's not Santa Claus, but it's for real, and he looks way better than that. He looks like David Bowie, and his hair is like that and shit. And his what's really weird about Jesus's nose, it's like it's not broken, it's flat right here. That's what you know what I mean. So like I'm just saying, but he still has like a Jewish looking nose. I don't know. Anyways, but I don't know. But if he was here, then that would be really cool. I could feel him because I don't feel him every time I saw him, only just one time. But I've seen him sometimes with people. He was always about the other person. It was never about me. It was always about me telling the other person what. They all tell me what to say to y'all. They don't tell me, they don't talk to me, but they'll tell me their astrology sign sometimes because they're interested in their life, and so like badass for me and them to meet each other because I'm so obsessed with astrology, and that's how I would greet you. With you tell me what your astrology sign is, bitch, and that means everything. Because naturally, that's what you were. I don't know how you're an imprint of that right when you exist in this body. So deal with it. And so good. Anyways, do this like rains on now. I'm distracted. You used to have a trench coat on all this. Usually, trench coat. Oh yeah, trench coat. Yeah. It's not even showing, but okay. Let's see. 8 minutes. Did you ever ride on a tractor at your job? Or what?
No.
Is there a tractor inside the building where you were?
Like forklifts.
They have forklifts? So you never rode one? I guess I'm seeing it or not, but I thought you were riding one. I don't know. You have to have a license for that or something. But it was at where you were, the factory, I guess.
Yeah.
So you just exposed to these types of things, I guess. It was a chicken plant, right? Is the chickens? Was there chickens?
Yeah, it was.
There was chickens there, as what I was seeing. You know, that's interesting that they pull their necks and stuff like that, and it's not. I was like, that's awful. So yeah, if I stare at that too long, that'd be insane. Because every one of them have souls, and so does deers. And if you kill a deer in your aura, just like just like plants, when something dies around a plant, it makes an imprint on their still fucking body because they're aware and their roots are the ones that are reaching for something, you know. Uh, it senses food in the dirt and nutrients and everything. It can sense what's reaching out there, like roots. It's so interesting and cool. And then you can get in tune with plants. So you have this relationship with animals and plants. And then you get information about it and you'll be like, oh, that's what I just felt like I did. Mhm. You realize how you explain it. Anyways, yeah, I'm just talking. I want to do set readings. Still have a bike, right?
What?
You still have a bike? Yeah. Do you still have to use it? Is it one of those bikes with pegs on it?
No, it's a
10C, 112.
it's a mountain bike.
Okay. The tires are just different.
I'm fucked up. One of them's fucked up today.
The front one is bent.
One of them is bent. Yeah, one of them is.
Well then, I mean, I thought it was the front one, so I'm wrong. So fuck it all. Is it a light gray bike with black?
It's like gray and black.
Gray and black with black. And was there one that you have that has a different kind of bike you were playing with that had brakes on it and it was blue wire on it? It was blue and orange or green and orange looking. And it was like a 10-foot. It wasn't like the mountain bike, but you were on it before. And there was a taxidermist place next door to it. This place. Have you ever been to a taxidermist place? Okay, well, I don't know where that's from. My bad, thank you. I mean, I'm just remembering that I went to a taxidermist and it's just got in my head. Okay. So, whatever. I don't know, like a stuffed, gobbling looking thing. You know the gobbling thing that's like a chicken, but it's like a gobbler? I have no clue. Maybe that was in the place where you slaughtered that factory where they slaughtered animals, and I'm just getting all these illusions of them and all their little nightmares in their head or something. That's basically yeah. Might as well look at it. I don't know what's afterwards yet for them. But thanks for showing me all what you. I don't know. How do you think it works? The psychic ability. I think it's just so interesting. I explained it just cool. Like, it's like film strips that you take out with your own mind when you look at them. But it's more than just this. I can see spirits with my eyes and my mind's eye, and they'll be here with us. And then there's, but most of the time they're in the outer space, kind of here or whatever. And then like they're like hollow with all the stars inside of them. They're like everyone. This is part of this outer space reflection. I don't know. Interesting. I only have a little broom or